buckle up, ladies and gentlemen, because the regional semifinals are going to be taking place this weekend throughout the state of Florida. But of course, here on A Man on Second, we focus on South Florida, really mostly Broward County, but we're definitely in Miami-Dade right now as well, because the regional Region 4 semifinals, excuse me, are going to take place Friday and Saturday, and Man on Second will be all over it, and it should be a lot of fun. In this episode today, I am going to be previewing 7A, just 7A. So we're going to break it down. Why just 7A today? Hoping to get a couple more of these to cover the other regions, other classifications. But 7A is going to be wild, folks. That's why I say buckle up, because it should be a lot of fun. And let's just kind of break it down. In Region 4, you got the number 1 seed will be playing the number 5 seed. Stoneman Douglas will face Miami Southwest in one semifinal, and then the second one is going to be one of the great series in the state. You got number 3 West Broward will be at number 2 Columbus, and today we're just going to kind of break down the four teams in the 2 games. I'm not in the prediction business. I'm in the analysis business and the preview business. But if you were going to ask me, the team to beat is Stoneman Douglas. You know, they're on 1 seed for a reason. They've won 5 straight state championships. They have Gio Rojas. Doesn't mean Columbus or West Broward can't beat them, because Douglas did lose 5 games this year. But they're 22-5, and they're playing the best baseball right now, and they got the best player around in Gio Rojas. And Gio's not just the best pitcher; he's arguably one of the best hitters. So let's dive right into that, and I'm going to give you some stats and just give you stuff to preview as we really look to break down 7A. So yes, let's start with Douglas. Like I said, 22-5. Gio Rojas. We're going to start from the hitting standpoint. Gio led the Eagles in batting average as well. 333 batting average for Gio, 17 RBIs, 4 home runs. Their best power hitter this year, RJ or Randy Ruiz. Bringing RJ in for his senior year, has had an unbelievable year for Douglas, hitting 329, 26 runs scored, 24 RBIs, and 9 home runs. RJ leads Douglas in in all 3 of those categories. Then we can take it down to Jake Rizzo. Jake's played third base, first base. I think he's back at third. There was an injury, got him over to first for a while, but he's been playing third. Hitting 312, 4 home runs, 22 runs scored. Cade Rowley, great year leading off, playing middle infielder. 309 with 17 runs scored. Lorenzo Laurel hitting 303, 2 homers, 15 RBIs. But let's look at Douglas as a team and what I think goes well for Douglas. They have 31 home runs this year. And keep that in mind. That's important because, first of all, they're going to have the home field advantage throughout, and their hitters are used to it. You can hit home runs at Douglas. Not that it's a short field by any stretch, but power does play in their advantage. And 31 home runs, if these games, they haven't been the highest scoring Douglas team. They're averaging 6.3 runs per game, which is less actually than West Broward and Columbus. They're both averaging more runs per game than Douglas, but Douglas has more home run power. And as you see, almost like the big leagues, the teams with the guys who get the ball out of the park have an advantage, because one swing, they could get 1 or more runs, depending if the guys are on base. So they are built to win 3-2, 2-1, because they can get 4 hits, and 2 of them can be homers that account for 4 runs, and they beat you. So keep that in mind. 31 home runs for Douglas in, they play 27 games. So keep that in mind. 479 slugging percentage. 170 runs scored, like I said, averaging 6.3 runs a game. Team batting average of 285. Now let's talk about Douglas's pitching. And on the mound, where's it start? No other than left-hander Gio Rojas. Gio, obviously, I saw where he projects to go in the top 10 overall in the first round. Keep in mind, I used to work at MLB.com, and the MLB pipeline guys, I know them well. I think they had Gio going 8th overall. They rank him 8th as the 8th that's counting college guys and high school guys. So Gio pitching 0.66 ERA, 8-1 record, 90 strikeouts in 52 2/3 innings, just 10 walks. So obviously not only the great, strikeout, swing and miss stuff, doesn't issue a lot of free passes. Certainly built to go, 7 innings, and then the rest of the pitching. Keep in mind, Douglas has really good pitching. Reed Daddix had a really good year, 38 and a third innings pitched this year, 2.92 ERA, 29 strikeouts. Keep this in mind, this is big for Douglas. They got Drew Boyven back. Drew had been injured most of the year, but he came back. A really good, is a college arm, and that's a big addition to get Drew back for the playoffs, because if there is a game 3, you could go with Gio in game 1, Reed, and Drew. Ben Bianchi has been their closer. He has 4 saves. Keep in mind, sometimes they have multiple, big enough lead. He just kind of closes the game out, not necessarily a saves situation. And then a sophomore, Tyler Sturzbach. I hope I'm pronouncing your name, Tyler, right. 1.52 ERA in 17 2/3 innings. Again, this is a really, really talented team. They dominated their regional quarterfinals, winning 17-0 against Coral Gables. That was just kind of unfair. Switch it over a little bit on Southwest from Miami, 17-7. They reached the semifinals of the regionals with a 10-1 win over 4-seed Cypress Bay in the quarterfinals, like I said. So that was an upset. Marcos Velez is kind of their big guy. Marcos, he led their team with a 4.48 batting average and 21 RBIs. Edwan Negrin hit 400 with 3 home runs, but Marcos, keep in mind, he pitched the district championship game for Southwest, at the district title game, and he also pitched the game against Cypress Bay. He had in that game against Cypress Bay, 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run, and 3 strikeouts. So Marcos Velez, I would anticipate, would start game 1. So the games will be Friday night, 4 o'clock if they don't have lights, but 6:30, 7 o'clock. And then Saturday would be a double header if necessary. So obviously whoever wins game 1 has the huge advantage going into game 2. And unlike the past where they played 1 game in the lower seed, like the decisive, third game, well, that ain't happening this year. All 3 of these games are going to be at Douglas. So if they'll play a game on Saturday, I haven't checked the time yet. It could either be morning, mid-afternoon, or whatever, and then follow that up with, if necessary, a 3rd game. So that's the game that really, we'll start with that Douglas Southwest game. And now let's break down Columbus against West Broward. This series is going to be amazing. Whether you got Columbus, the number 2 seed, hosting number 3 West Broward. These teams are no strangers. They've met in this round the last few years. West Broward, they played a game earlier this year on February 12th at West Broward. Columbus won that game 9-5. Let's start with Columbus, the Explorers. They carry a 25-3 record, and they've won 13 straight. And this team is pretty much loaded. They are capable of going to the state, playoffs. This team is built to go to Fort Myers. Might be the most talented team of these 3 teams I'm talking about, not excluding Southwest, Miami Southwest, because they are really more the long shot. They're led offensively. Let's tackle it. 25-3 on the year, the Explorers. Robbie Owarzun, he hit .431. Really good player. Robbie O can hit. .431 batting average. Rafael Diaz, huge year. Rafael Diaz, 8 home runs, 38 RBIs. Big season for Rafael Diaz. Alec Cruz, he's like a track star too. 27 stolen bases, 33 runs scored. They had no problem with South Dade in their region quarterfinals. Johnny Perez was the starter, and Johnny Perez has been getting these games. He pitched a district championship game, and he pitched the quarterfinals, 5 innings pitch versus South Dade. Juan Jacome, .368 batting average, 4 homers, 29 RBIs. And like I said, this team can pitch. Johnny Perez, 1.39 ERA on the season, 56 in a third innings, 55 strikeouts. Then they got Dayan Vasidio with a 2.04 ERA, and Matthew Vigil with a 4.08 ERA. Matthew's got a great arm. I think he's a UM commit already. He's a junior. Matthew's got a great arm, but he can get a little wild, as indicated. He has 33 strikeouts on the year, but 27 walks. Still don't discount mid-90s fastball. If he's around the plate, he's really hard to hit. Now let's look at them at the Explorers as a team. Their team batting average is .323. They have 228 runs scored on the season. They've hit 19 homers. They are averaging 8.14 runs per game. So almost 2 runs more per game than Stoneman Douglas. But they haven't faced the pitching all year that Douglas presents. And West Broward certainly presents a lot of pitching as well. Let's talk about West Broward. West Broward, the Bobcats, 20-7 on the season. They've already beaten Douglas this year. So West Broward certainly, and they've played Columbus. So it's kind of been a round robin because Columbus beat Douglas. West Broward beat Douglas. Yet Douglas is the number 1 seed overall in this region. West Broward had a great year. They have a lot of seniors. This team is built to get to Fort Myers, and they very well might do that. But in doing so, barring Southwest upsetting Douglas, the Bobcats will be on the road in the semifinals. And if they prevail at Columbus, they would be on the road at Douglas. They would host against Southwest. So anticipate, West Broward being on the road. Infielder AJ Cruz, .412 batting average. Amazing year for AJ. He's had a phenomenal year coming over. He's played short. I think he's at third now as they kind of move the infield around a little bit. 28 runs scored, 27 RBIs, 6 home runs. AJ doing everything. Keep an eye. AJ might find himself getting drafted. Don't be surprised. West Broward has several players that could be drafted. And we shall talk about that in a later episode. For this episode, we're going to preview that series with Columbus. Then, of course, their terrific catcher, Manuel Sarcos. Mano, he's completely back now from the scare when he got hit by a pitch in the eye. We were all really worried about Mano, but he's back up on the saddle, back up on the horse, and producing once again. Finished his senior year hitting .375 up till this point. Shouldn't say finished the year because the year's not over for them. 27 RBIs, 4 home runs. Terrific defensively, terrific offensively, all around difference maker behind the plate. And then up and down their lineup, they hit. Isaiah DeValles had an amazing year, probably one of the more unsung players in South Florida. Proud of Isaiah, a huge senior year, hits .353. Really their prime junior, because it's pretty much a senior-laden team. But Sergio Garcia, huge year, hitting .345 in the regional quarterfinals. Keep in mind, they got a real scare against Western. That was a 1-1 game in the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs. Sergio got the walk-off RBI single that won that game and sent West Broward on to Columbus this weekend. .345 for Sergio, up now hitting 2 in the lineup behind Ethan Lindor, and we'll get to Ethan right now. Ethan hit .342 on the year, 33 runs scored, 3 home runs, 20 stolen bases. One of the best players, difference makers here in South Florida. Ethan Lindor, don't be surprised if Ethan gets drafted as well. Terrific player, center fielder. Like I said, this offense knows how to function together. They've been together so long, and these players really play as a team. Everett Suazos had an amazing year, hitting .308. Adrian Bermudez, A-Dog, and Reggie Rodriguez both right now are hitting .299. Part of as deep a lineup as we've seen in a while here. On the mound, they got the arms too. They got proven arms, and it'll be interesting to see how they approach it because they've been going like with their ace, Ivan Sabater. he's like kind of been their big game pitcher, their number one. He's the guy with those 94, 95 miles an hour. Potential draft pick as well. University of Miami commit, 2.65 ERA, 37 innings pitched with 61 strikeouts. And what they kind of did last week is they went Ivan early and then Ace Aguila right behind him. Ace is pitching a 1.4 ERA, 51 strikeouts, and 45 innings. Now, the fact that this is 2 of 3, and you're going to need, to win game 2 and maybe a game 3, I doubt that West Broward would use them piggybacking. So it's going to be interesting. I could kind of see them going with Ivan in game 1, Ace in game 2, and if game 3 is necessary, Everett Suazo and Adrian Bermudez, A-Dog, being the starters for a game 3. But then how would Coach Howard Stein navigate through the bullpen? Because he's got interchangeable guys who can pitch out of the pen, and the rotation will be interesting to see. Everett Suazo's had an amazing year as well, 4-1 record, 1.78 ERA, 35 and a third innings, 36 strikeouts, and Everett, as noted, hit 308 as a hitter, so been a very well-rounded player. And A-Dog, 16 and 2/3 innings with 19 strikeouts. As a team, West Broward, 187 runs scored. They're averaging 7.2 runs per game and a 308 team batting average. So this is a team, again, this team is built to go to Fort Myers. Will they do it? This is what makes 7A so fascinating to me. You got these 3 teams, Douglas, Columbus, West Broward. Should be crazy. What happens in 7A. Again, these are all Friday game 1, Saturday game 2, maybe a game 3 if there's any kind of rain. The fact that you don't play the Fridays, look for Monday. Hopefully the weather stays good and these games go off. So that's going to break it down for the 7A preview here, and it should be a lot of fun. And like I said, I'll probably do a couple more of these, doing the other classifications as well. Thanks, everybody. Check it out. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.